the first thing to notice on a question like this is that this triangle, this is a special triangle where you actually have three triangles here. You have the triangle on the right half of this, you have the triangle on the left half, and then you have the big outer triangle, which is the sum of all of these. And these triangles, they're all similar triangles. Let me show you how you can figure that out. So you've already been told that we know they're all right triangles, right? You know, the big one, the right side is a right triangle, the left side's a right triangle, and then the big one's a right triangle. You also know, they don't tell you the angle, but let's call this angle right here x. Right, so if we've already used 90 and they sum to 360, sorry, to 180, the angles of a triangle, this is a right angle. This angle is x. That must mean that this other angle is 90 minus x. So let me write that and fit it in here. 90 minus x. But also, you know, this angle is 90 minus x. Right? Because this small angle on the right is x, but the whole thing, but the big outer angle is 90. So this other side must be what remains. So that's 90 is the whole right angle here, minus the x portion. That's 90 minus x. Well, if that's the case, then you know that this small angle down here is actually x. So what I'm doing is walking through how you can see that these triangles, they're all similar. They all have the same three angles. They all have a 90, an x, and a 90 minus x. So once you figure out the ratio of the sides, this should say DC equals 4. This becomes, also it's a special triangle. We have the long side is 5, one of the short sides is 4, it's a right triangle. The height of this must then be 3 because of the Pythagorean triple 3, 4, 5, which you should have memorized. Now that you know that, they want the length of what? AC, which is this whole thing. So you can say the ratio of the hypotenuse, let's say the long side to the second longest, so we'll call the long side the hypotenuse. So, or actually, I'll just use the letters on here. So the long side of the big triangle, which is AC, to say the second longest side, which would be BC, should be equal to the ratio of the long side of the second longest side on the triangle on the right half of this. So that would be 5. Well, I'll plug it in a second. BC over the second longest side, which is DC. But we know 3 of these, and we can just plug them all in. So AC, which we want to know, over BC. BC is 5. Again, BC is 5, and DC is 4. So AC equals 25 over 4, which is the second answer choice.